This will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Double 80.
Right there. 56. Let's get the ball.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett, the rookie with a carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 36-yard line.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? See on the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Just like that.
Newton to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Ready.
Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They'll run it with Scarlett. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Scarlett on the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. A toss here to Scarlett. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Set. Look at it.
55. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
Running it here, Artis Payne into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
That's all you got.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Saints' 1-yard line.
Ready.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
They'll run with Scarlett. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jordan Scarlett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Ready.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Tighten up, tighten up.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there out of Kamara. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Kill.
Kamara. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Kill.
Check.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Breeze finding Kamara. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Coming to you, coming to you.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Panthers will have a first and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, it's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8. Check right 54. Right 54.
They'll run it with Kamara, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz puts this one through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This will be taken in at the 1. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You're good. 4. Ready.
Kill.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, Murray. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On first down, Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8.
Mark 54. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Good on.
To throw is Breeze. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
First down, New Orleans.
Ready. You ready?
54. Mark 54. Here we go. Check.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 10-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
They turn to Scarlett again, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Ginn. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Hey, kill.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Ready. Yellow lady.
54. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Breeze to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
A give to Kamara running right. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. They go with a fullback line, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Saints first down.
Ready. Yo, we're waiting.
Check, 59. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You opposite.
Yes. Come on.
Kamara try the right side. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Ready. 95, 56.
54. Hey.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Saints.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 12-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Again, it's Kamara. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They're all finished in the game up in Minneapolis. And it was the Vikings able to take home the victory. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Now it's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Crunch time, defense.
To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27. Fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks. Maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
56 is the mic. Double dog, that's the way.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for New Orleans, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Carolina, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.